So we're kind of sitting out here today because we've been out of school for how long? 2 full weeks or 3 full weeks?
2. Close to 3.
So we're on our 3rd week of vacations. So, how was school this year? Or for the last year and a half? Would you stop pushing my arm? Somebody wants attention. As you can hear her breathing heavily.
It was good.
It was good. What did you like about it? Actually being in school versus the last half of the year where you weren't?
Yeah.
So you like being in school. So what didn't you like about it?
The fact that everything had to be done on Chromebooks.
Everything had to be done and all assignments submitted electronically for the older two. Did you like having to wear masks all day long every day?
During the winter, it felt comfy.
In the winter when it was kind of chilly, I mean, we live in Texas, so how chilly does it get except when we get the frozen apocalypse, so whatever. Coldness. Then it's not fun. But so they liked it when it was a little chilly because they gave them a little bit of insulation on the face. What else? Were classes bigger or smaller this year than last?
Smaller.
Smaller. A lot
Classes
smaller.
seem smaller because...
But at the end of the year, more and more people started coming.
So towards the end of the year, they were having some issues in the school district that some of the kids weren't getting passing grades, so they were forced to go back into school. Hi, how you doing? So what do we get to look forward to? Well, what else? What did you do outside of school? You didn't do anything outside of school, did you?
Sports.
You did sports. What sports did you get signed? What teams did you get selected to be in?
I tried to do basketball.
Tried to do basketball. He got selected to be on the basketball team, and then we had a unique situation happen. Maybe we'll talk about that here in a second. And then he did tennis. What'd you do?
Cross country, soccer, and tennis.
So what was crazy about being in sports? What did you have to do every week?
Go to practice.
Well, you had to go to practice, but what did you have to do to be able to participate in sports?
Good grades.
Obviously, we have to have good grades, otherwise they won't let you participate. What else did they have to do every week?
Oh, we had to get COVID tested.
Oh, we had to get a test for the lovely
Oh, no.
pandemic stuff that was going on. So, we had a unique situation with one of the tests. One of these two that was tested every week tested positive, supposedly. I don't know if he was positive or not because, that's what they said. And they said that, I had to get him and have 2 negative test cases to prove that he wasn't, or just keep him home for 2 weeks. And so, and finding out, or it was just crazy. So 2 days later, I went and got a test, and I didn't have. And then a whole week after that, I went and got a test, and I didn't have. And I, work with some people that are concerned, and we don't want to get anybody else sick in our environment because we're responsible for lots of things. And we just didn't want to do that, but so I went in and got tested twice. Testing center I went to had a fit because I came back a week later. So it was hilarious. Just the rules were different, or seemed to be different based on different things. So it was just, that was a little frustrating. So the one got to go back to school 2 weeks later, and the other 2 had to stay home for an additional 2 weeks after that. So they were frustrated and ready to go back by the time they got to go back. So by that time, basketball season was over and they couldn't play in basketball. So that's kind of what school was like, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So anything exciting this year or coming up here? You're going into 3rd grade. Another one going into 8th grade. Somebody's going into high school. Ooh. What's going on with your high school? Do you want to explain that?
What?
Do you want to explain about your high school?
It's Zekla.
There's a program in the school district here where if you apply for it and get accepted into the program, they try to teach them at somewhat of an accelerated pace in some courses so that what? By the time you're done high school, you'll have what?
An associate's degree.
An associate's degree from the community college that's right here. And apparently this year they said they're going to do something even in addition to that so that they will allow for students that get that associate's degree to continue on at UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio, to get an associate or to get a bachelor's degree. So if he does what he's supposed to and gets his grades and keeps his grades up high, he will be able to get a free bachelor's degree. So we're pretty excited about that. High five, fist bump, whatever. You want a fist bump too? Come on. Leave me hanging. You want to give me one? Okay, good. So anyway, we just thought we'd give you an update, and this is what, school was like. Did we like it overall? We liked it better than being at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because last year we had to finish at home, and you didn't like that at all.
4 weeks.
So you had to finish it at home last year. And yes, it was frustrating to be locked at home for 4 weeks for 2 of them. But then one of them could go back 2 weeks before. So, and then again, what they were telling me was I didn't have to be locked up past those first 2 weeks either. So depending on whose rules you were following, and they're all interpreting the rules from the CDC. So they just had different interpretations, which was kind of frustrating. Anyway, we just thought we'd talk here and say we love you. We'll see you on the next video. You want to say anything more?
Love you. See ya. Bye.
Love you. See you. Bye.
Hi.
You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye?
Doc says no. Make it longer.
No, make it longer. Doesn't want to say
Attention,
goodbye.
please.
Yep. Anyway, guys, we love you. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great evening. Bye, y'all. Stay safe out there.